Welcome to my channel. I am Diana. A few years back, I found myself in the pits of despair, battling my darkest thoughts. It was as if I'd fallen into a deep, dark chasm with no escape in sight. The world around me seemed to lose color, replaced by a monochrome of gloom and despair. I remember walking down the street, feeling as though I was moving through a fog, disconnected from the world around me. The simplest tasks felt like climbing a mountain, and the joy I once found in activities I loved had evaporated, like morning dew under the harsh sun. These dark thoughts seeped into every aspect of my life, casting a long shadow over my relationships. Conversations with friends became a chore, and I could see the concern etched on their faces as they tried to reach out, to pull me back into the light. But their words seemed to bounce off an invisible wall, unable to penetrate the fortress of negativity I'd built around myself. At work, I'd sit at my desk, staring blankly at the screen, unable to focus. My productivity plummeted, and I could feel the strain it was putting on my colleagues. The guilt of letting them down only added to the weight I was already carrying. My overall well-being, both physical and mental, took a severe hit. I lost my appetite and sleep became a distant memory. I was living in a state of constant exhaustion, a zombie merely going through the motions of life without truly living. But the worst part was the feeling of isolation. Even though I was surrounded by people who cared about me, I felt utterly alone, trapped in my own head with these relentless, unkind thoughts. That was a difficult time, but it led me on a journey to find ways to defeat these dark invaders of the mind. It was an uphill battle, a war waged within the confines of my own mind. But it was a battle I was determined to win, to reclaim my life from the clutches of these insidious thoughts. To win any battle first, we must understand our enemy. In the war within our minds, our adversaries are often our own negative thoughts. These thoughts, shrouded in darkness, are the enemy we must unmask. Negative thoughts, like unwanted guests, have a knack for overstaying their welcome. They set up camp in our minds, creating a toxic environment that can have a lasting impact on our mental health. Picture a beautiful garden. Now imagine if weeds were allowed to grow unchecked. They'd soon overrun the garden, choking off the life of the beautiful flowers. Negative thoughts behave in much the same way. They crowd out the positive, leaving us feeling hopeless, anxious, and defeated. It's easy to think that these thoughts are harmless, that they're just thoughts after all. But they're far from benign. They can lead to a host of mental health issues, such as depression, anxiety, and low self-esteem. They can make us doubt our abilities, question our worth, and undermine our happiness. They can even affect our physical health, leading to insomnia, fatigue, and a weakened immune system. Yet we often make the mistake of ignoring these thoughts, hoping they'll disappear on their own. But ignoring them is like ignoring a wound. It may not hurt as much for a while, but without treatment, it's bound to get worse. Our negative thoughts need to be addressed, not avoided. So why is it essential to face these thoughts? Because by understanding them, we can learn to manage them. We can learn to counter them with positive affirmations, to diffuse them with mindfulness, to weaken them with healthy habits, and to seek help when they become overwhelming. We can learn to replace the darkness with light, the despair with hope, the fear with courage. In this battle, knowledge is our greatest weapon. The more we understand our negative thoughts, the better equipped we are to counter them. We can't always prevent these thoughts from entering our minds, but we can decide how we respond to them. And that response can make all the difference. Understanding our darkest thoughts is the first step in the journey to overcome them. One of the most powerful weapons in our arsenal is mindfulness. Pause for a moment and consider that word, mindfulness. It's more than just being aware of your surroundings. It's about being present, being in the moment, and acknowledging your feelings without judgment. It's about observing your thoughts as they come and go like clouds in the sky, without getting swept away in their storm. Mindfulness is the practice of paying attention to our thoughts and feelings without defining or judging them. It's about recognizing that our thoughts are just that, thoughts. They are not us, they do not define us, and they certainly do not have control over us. Now, how does mindfulness help us understand and recognize negative thoughts? When we practice mindfulness, we create a space between ourselves and our thoughts. We start to see them as separate from us, as observers rather than participants. This distance allows us to see our thoughts for what they are, just thoughts. They may be negative, they may be destructive, but they are not us. With mindfulness, we can start to recognize these negative thought patterns. We can observe them, understand them, and then let them go. We can choose not to engage with them, not to let them take over our minds and our lives. But how do we practice mindfulness? It's simpler than you might think. Start by setting aside a few minutes each day to just be. Sit in a quiet place, close your eyes, and focus on your breath. Notice the sensation of the air entering and leaving your body. If your mind starts to wander, gently bring it back to your breath. This simple practice can be the first step towards a more mindful life. Mindfulness can also be integrated into our everyday lives. It can be as simple as taking a moment to really taste your food, to listen to the sounds around you, to feel the texture of the world beneath your fingers. Mindfulness is not just a tool, but a lifestyle change that can help us conquer our darkest thoughts. So let's embrace it. Let's welcome mindfulness into our lives and see the difference it can make. Because we are more than our thoughts. We are strong, we are resilient, and we have the power to overcome. Words have power, and positive affirmations can be a shield against our darkest thoughts. This statement isn't just a whimsical saying, it's a scientifically backed fact. Positive affirmations, those little nuggets of positivity we tell ourselves, can counteract negative thoughts and foster a positive mindset. Imagine your mind as a garden. Negative thoughts are like weeds, choking out the beautiful flowers and plants. Positive affirmations, on the other hand, are the gardening tools we use to remove those weeds and nurture the growth of our mental flora. But what exactly are positive affirmations? They are positive phrases or statements used to combat negative or unhelpful thoughts. They can be as simple as saying, "I am enough," or as detailed as, "I am a strong, capable individual who handles challenges with grace." The key is to make them positive, personal, and present tense. Now, you might be wondering, how can a few words change my mindset? Well, when you repeat a positive affirmation, you're sending a message to your brain, essentially rewiring your thought patterns. Over time, these positive messages become the norm, replacing the negative ones. It's like training your brain to see the world and yourself in a more positive light. Let's consider some examples of positive affirmations. You could say, "I am capable of accomplishing my goals," or "I am deserving of love and respect." These affirmations are powerful because they address common areas of self-doubt and insecurity. By repeating them regularly, you gradually start to believe them, and your mindset begins to shift. Remember, the power of affirmations lies in repetition. The more you repeat them, the more they will influence your thought process. Make them a part of your daily routine. Say them out loud, write them down, or even sing them if you want to. The more you engage with these positive affirmations, the stronger their impact will be. Positive affirmations are not just words, they are the strength we carry within us against the darkness. So, wield this strength, nurture your mental garden, and watch as your thoughts bloom into a beautiful positive landscape. Our lifestyle choices can be a potent weapon in this battle. And that's exactly what we're going to delve into now. The remarkable influence of healthy habits. Imagine your mind as a garden. The thoughts are the seeds, and your habits are the water and sunlight that allow these seeds to grow and flourish. When we maintain healthy habits, we're essentially providing the right environment for positive thoughts to thrive. Regular exercise is one such habit. It's not just about keeping your body fit, but your mind too. Exercise releases endorphins known as happy hormones, which can boost your mood and act as natural antidepressants. Whether it's a brisk walk, a vigorous run, or a calming yoga session, find a form of exercise that you enjoy and make it a part of your routine. Next up is a balanced diet. Food is fuel for both your body and mind. Eating a diet rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins can help maintain stable blood sugar levels, reducing mood swings and promoting mental clarity. Plus, certain foods like fatty fish, nuts, and dark chocolate are known to support brain health. Then there's sleep. So simple, yet so crucial. Lack of sleep can leave you feeling irritable and can make negative thoughts more overwhelming. On the other hand, a good night's sleep can help you wake up refreshed and ready to take on the world. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of sleep each night to ensure your body and mind have time to recharge. It's important to remember that these habits don't have to be all or nothing. Start small, make one change at a time, and gradually build on that. It's about progress, not perfection. And while these habits alone can't erase negative thoughts, they can certainly make them easier to manage and counteract. Healthy habits are the daily reinforcements we need in our fight against the darkest thoughts. They are the subtle yet powerful everyday choices that can help shape our mental landscape and guide us towards a brighter outlook. No battle should be fought alone, and the support of our loved ones can be our stronghold. In our journey to overcome our darkest thoughts, we must remember that we're not solitary soldiers. We are part of a connected world, where our friends, our family, our loved ones stand by our side, ready to lend an ear, a shoulder, or a hand. Their support can be our stronghold, their compassion our sanctuary. Our loved ones can provide us with a fresh perspective when we're clouded with negative thoughts. They can help us see the light that we might have overlooked. Sharing our feelings and thoughts with them not only lightens the emotional load we carry, but also enriches our relationships, fostering deeper bonds of understanding and empathy. It's important to remember that seeking support is not a sign of weakness. It's quite the opposite, actually. It takes immense courage to open up about our deepest fears and anxieties. It's a brave step towards healing and growth. Our loved ones can help us challenge our negative thought patterns. They can remind us of our strengths when we're focused on our weaknesses. They can encourage us when we're disheartened. They can celebrate our small victories, fueling our motivation to keep moving forward. But let's not forget that our loved ones are not mind readers. We need to communicate with them, let them know what we're going through. It's okay to ask for help, and it's equally okay to accept it. Sometimes our loved ones might not know how to help us. It's crucial then to guide them, to tell them what we need. Maybe we just need them to listen, or perhaps we need their advice, or maybe we just need their companionship, their presence to remind us that we're not alone. Remember, the journey to defeat our darkest thoughts can be a long and challenging one, but with the support of our loved ones, it becomes a shared journey, a journey of collective strength and resilience. In the end, our loved ones are our pillars of strength in this battle against our darkest thoughts. Sometimes the battle might be too tough to fight alone, and that's when we call in the cavalry. There's a certain strength that comes from acknowledging when it's time to reach out for help. It's a step that shows courage, not defeat. When our minds become a battlefield, overrun with negative thoughts and emotions, it can be incredibly challenging to navigate through the chaos. That's where professional help steps in, like a beacon of light cutting through the dark. Therapists, psychologists, and counselors are trained professionals who can help us understand and manage our thoughts better. They're like the tacticians of the mind, equipped with effective strategies to combat negativity. They can help us identify patterns in our thought process that might be feeding our darkest thoughts. They can guide us in challenging these thoughts, breaking them down, and reconstructing them into healthier, more positive ones. Therapy isn't just about talking, it's about learning. It's a journey of self-discovery and growth. Through a blend of different therapeutic techniques, professionals can help us gain insight into our feelings, behaviors, and responses. They can teach us coping mechanisms and skills to handle difficult situations and emotions. Another essential aspect of seeking professional help is medication. Psychiatrists have the knowledge and expertise to prescribe medication if necessary. Medication can play a vital role in managing symptoms of mental health conditions, such as depression or anxiety, which can often fuel our darkest thoughts. Remember, reaching out for professional help doesn't mean you're failing. It means you're taking control. You're choosing to stand up against your darkest thoughts. It's like calling in reinforcements when the battle gets tough. You're still the hero of your story. You're just getting a little help to win the fight. So if you ever find yourself lost in the labyrinth of your mind, remember, there are professionals ready and willing to guide you out. Seeking their help isn't a defeat. It's a strategic move towards victory. Professional help is not a sign of weakness. It's a strategic move to win the battle against our darkest thoughts. Overcoming our darkest thoughts isn't a one-time victory, it's a continuous journey. We've covered a lot of ground together. We've begun the battle, unmasked the enemy, and discovered the power of mindfulness. We've recognized the strength that lies in positive affirmations, the influence of healthy habits, and the supportive role of our loved ones. We've also discussed the importance of seeking professional help when the journey gets tough. But remember, all these strategies are not one-off solutions. They are tools to be used repeatedly and refined over time. The journey to overcome our darkest thoughts is a marathon, not a sprint. It requires persistence, patience, and a lot of self-love. Don't be disheartened if you stumble or fall. Stand up, dust yourself off, and keep going. You're stronger than you think, and every step you take is a victory in itself. Remember, every journey begins with a single step. Start your journey today, and you'll find yourself stronger and more resilient against your darkest thoughts. Thank you for joining me on this enlightening journey. We've traversed a path filled with battles, unmaskings, mindfulness, positive affirmations, healthy habits, and embraced the support of loved ones. We've sought professional help, and we've recognized that this journey is a continuous one. But the most important lesson we've learned together is the power of perseverance. It's the key to overcoming our darkest thoughts. Remember, it's not about how many times we fall, but how many times we get back up. So start your journey today. Take that first step towards a brighter, healthier mind. You are not alone in this fight. Use the tools we've discussed and keep refining them as you grow and learn. Before we conclude, I want to invite you to subscribe to this channel. Here we continue to explore strategies and insights to help you conquer your darkest thoughts. We are a community bound by the shared goal of mental health and wellness. Thank you for spending this time with me. Remember, every day is a new opportunity to conquer those dark thoughts. Let's continue this journey together. Subscribe and let's grow stronger together. Until next time, remember, you are stronger than you think.